Casey Affleck and his girlfriend Caylee Cowan have not been shy about expressing their love for one another on social media. Naturally, we can't overlook the fact that Caylee is half his age. She's only 23 years old, while the actor is 46. But when it comes to scandal, dating a woman half his age is nothing compared to the shocking harassment lawsuit he faced back in 2010 while he was married to his previous wife of 10 years. We're going to turn back the clock and take a deep dive into Casey's marriage and how things took a dark turn for the worst.
Winston Churchill said, if you find yourself in hell, keep going. He said, if you're going through hell, keep going.
Casey Affleck and Summer Phoenix met through her brother Joaquin Phoenix back in 1995, when he and Affleck worked on the film To Die For together.
And I'd have a crush, I guess, on Joaquin if I didn't know him, but
For several years, Summer described their relationship as just flirty friends, but they eventually started dating in 2000. She was going out with someone else, and I said, man, she's cute, and Joaquin said, you should see if she'll go out with you. Don't worry about that, dude, Affleck shared. So he was leaving town one day and said, my sister's in my apartment and she's all by herself. Would you mind checking in on her? So I checked in on her, and it stuck. In 2001, the pair co-starred in the play This Is Our Youth alongside Matt Damon. 2 years later, Casey decided it was time to take the next big step in their relationship, and he popped the question to Summer during the Christmas holidays. I've never had a diamond before, and now I've got a diamond surrounded by other diamonds, and diamonds in places where, frankly, you don't need diamonds at all. And I would have been happy with a piece of twine. So yes, of course I said yes. Summer gushed during an interview about their engagement. In 2004, the couple confirmed that they were expecting their first child and later welcomed their son, Indiana. 2 years later, they added another bouncing baby boy, Atticus, to their family. Things seemed like they couldn't have been going better for the couple, and they always took the opportunity to speak fondly of one another to the public. He's the most generous guy I've ever met, Summer gushed. However, in 2010, things took a nasty turn. Casey faced controversy after 2 harassment lawsuits were filed against him by 2 women who worked with him on the mockumentary I'm Still Here. Affleck was sued for $2 million by one woman and $2.25 million by the other. One of the women claimed that Affleck crawled into bed without her consent while she was asleep. He allegedly pressured the other woman to stay in his hotel room and violently grabbed her arm in an effort to intimidate her into staying, when she refused, according to the complaint.
Well, we could run the shower and see if it drips downstairs.
Oh, you want me to take a shower right now?
No.
You want me to take a shower right now while you stand there watching to see if it drips into the Friedrich's apartment?
At the time, Casey denied the claims and even threatened to countersue. Affleck's lawyer initially told People, the complaint will be vigorously defended and cross-claims will be filed. However, they never did countersue. As it turned out, the case never went to court either. In fact, the suits were settled out of court for undisclosed amounts.
First of all, that I was ever involved in a conflict that resulted in a lawsuit is something that I really regret. I wish I had found a way to kind of resolve things in a different way. I hate that.
In the settlement, Affleck did not admit any guilt. He and his accusers are barred from discussing details of the case. In a Variety cover story, Affleck said, people say whatever they want. Sometimes it doesn't matter how you respond. I guess people think if you're well known, it's perfectly fine to say anything you want. I don't know why that is, but it shouldn't be, because everybody has families and lives. People couldn't help but wonder how his wife Summer handled the lawsuit, since they'd been married during the time the women claimed that they had been harassed. While she never said anything publicly about the scandal, there's no doubt that it took a toll on their marriage. Over the next few years, it seemed like the couple were spotted less frequently together. They were last seen at a public event together in 2014. Affleck also attended the premiere of his movie, 999, all on his own. And then in 2016, after nearly 10 years of marriage and many more as friends, Casey and Summer confirmed their separation. Their divorce was made final in 2017. Casey Affleck and Summer Phoenix have amicably separated. They remain very close friends, Affleck's rep shared in a statement. However, it seems their split might not have been as amicable as they would have liked people to think. Casey and Joaquin, who had been close friends for years and even became part of the same family, no longer speak. In fact, they haven't spoken for years. Joaquin confessed in an interview, "My sister and him divorced, and I haven't spoken directly to him or indirectly in a long time, 3 or 4 years." Perhaps what went down behind the scenes was a lot messier than they'd like to let on publicly, which is understandable. After the drama of the lawsuit and harassment claims, we can't begin to imagine the strain that must have put on their family. However, years later, the actor admitted that his behavior was unprofessional and confessed, "I have to accept responsibility for that, and that was a mistake, and I contributed to that unprofessional environment, and I tolerated that kind of behavior from other people, and I wish that I hadn't. And I regret a lot of that."
Hollywood is a place where they put people under contract, and they should be putting them under observation.
While his career might not have recovered from his damaged reputation, his love life surely has. Casey and his girlfriend Caylee Cowan started 2022 with a celebration of their love for one another. After posting some loved-up and affectionate pictures on Instagram, they shared with their fans that they had been celebrating a year since the day they met. The couple marked the occasion of knowing each other for a year by spending some time to bake bread together at a bakery in Budapest, sharing photos and videos of the experience on their Instagram accounts. The couple hasn't kept their romance a secret either, and Casey made things official with Caylee back in November of 21 with an Instagram pic that was later deleted, calling her his love. "Caleb Casey Affleck, you are the other half of my heart. You're such a wonderful and loving boyfriend," Casey shared in a caption for her post.
That was just touching to me. I just like that. Relationships are very important to me, and I liked it.
She went on to praise Casey as genuine and generous while complimenting his ability to forgive yourself and others while being vulnerable and sensitive. Casey followed her post with a photo of himself nuzzling her long dark hair and a similarly loving caption. "On our first date, you carried firewood up, built a fire, and gave me a low eyelid look that was so strong I had to take a knee for a minute," the actor captioned. Despite the ups and downs of the past year, Casey wrote that his feelings had only gone in one direction. He gushed that Caylee had made him a better man every day and that she made him laugh. He even said he didn't know what he did to deserve her, but that he's determined to keep doing it forever to keep her by his side. He added, "While it beats, you have a place in my heart. I hope you stay that long. I love you." And to make things even more exciting, the couple has even sparked some engagement rumors. At the beginning of March this year, Caylee was spotted wearing a large ring while they enjoyed a date night in Beverly Hills. She made no effort to hide the sparkler, which consists of a gold band with a round diamond on her left ring finger. Could it be true? Could they really have gotten engaged? We'll have to wait to find out a little more on that one. Despite all the controversy that Casey's had to face in the past, he's been determined to take it all in stride and continue living his life. While his marriage didn't work out, he's still been able to find love, and Caylee seems to be making him truly happy. And who knows, maybe she'll be the next Mrs. Affleck.